Javed, if you look at current trends and let's just look at this as a sample size. Yes, a large amount of votes are yet to be counted. We will get a clearer picture at around 7 p.m. But when you just look at this as a sample size, it does seem that BJP is on its way to being the single largest party.
Yes, the BJP is on its way to being single largest, and the JDU is far from decimated. Everybody had written the JDU off. Yes, they will win lesser number of seats than last time, but not doing as badly as was predicted. And even in the Mahagathbandhan, it appears that people overestimated the kind of traction or the pull that RJD and Tejasvi were drawing, because if just these numbers hold, then RJD also underperforming. The only ones really performing and delivering is the left. Of the 29 seats they contested,
CPIML, yes, primarily, also the star of it.
They're leading in 19. The Congress not doing as well as expected, but significantly is even the RJD, which is not doing well. And for the Mahagathbandhan to have a hope in hell of coming within, this shouting distance of forming a government, RJD, it was critical that RJD do well, and which unfortunately at the moment they are not.
Well, that is, RJD was at 80 the last time, the single largest party in 2015. Right now it's standing at 68. If the Mahagathbandhan had a fair fighting chance in this election, the RJD should have been hovering about 80 or 80 plus. But there are a fair amount of seats right now where the fight is less than 500 votes or less than 1,000 votes. What is the margin there? I want to quickly take our viewers through that and cut across to our reporters on ground and our analysts. But a quick look on what it looks like in terms of the margins, because it is going to come down to it in a state election. Maybe not say 1,000, but if you look at the margin calculator on our election intelligence dashboard, then the less than 500 mark, if you look at that, 21 seats right now are in terms of lead less than 500, out of which, if we just break it down, the NDA is at 8, the RJD is at 11. So the RJD is on 11 seats, is just leading by a margin of 500 votes. That's quite crucial. Let's look at the 1,000 mark. 39 seats right now are being led with just a margin of less than 1,000 votes. And it's interesting because when you look at that, with just 39 are the seats which are being led by a margin of 1,000 votes. 39 there. Out of which NDA is leading with a margin of 1,000 votes with just 18 seats. The RJD is leading on 16 seats with a margin of 1,000 votes. But the 501 was the margin calculator that one had to actually look at. And this is what it looks like right now. I want to cut across right now back to Ankit Tyagi. He's been tracking the RJD very closely. You know, Ankit, the RJD would have hoped right now, when you've actually spoken to Tejasvi as well, you're speaking to the camp of the RJD, for the RJD to have a fighting chance in this election, it should have been hovering about 80 to 81 in terms of to win this election. Underperformance, yes, right now standing at 68 where current leads are concerned.
That's right. I mean, they were hoping that they would be the single largest party, and for them to conclusively win this election, they possibly would have been 80, 85, 90 for their liking. But I just want to make two quick points on the seat calculator that you were showing. See, the problem for the RJD and Mahagathbandhan is going to be that in whether it is the less than 500 or less than 1,000, seats are evenly distributed. It's not that they are skewed towards one side. So even if these seats consolidate, it is going to be more or less 1 or 2 seats here and there, and that is possibly going to be the consolidation. The other big problem, the underperformance of the RJD has been in the Simhanchal area, where specifically in the 24 seats, 14 seats in fact, where the AIMIM is fighting. What is happening is that out of the 24 seats, BJP is in lead in 15, and 3 seats are being led by AIMIM. That is going to be the biggest shocker. In fact, I was speaking to the number crunchers in the RJD camp. They still are in absolute disbelief that in Simhanchal, where they were hoping in the last phase that they would be able to, in fact, out of the 78 seats, would at least be able to get 45 to 50. Right now, they are happy if the number comes down to 25 to 30. If that holds to 25 to 30, RJD possibly thinks that they would be around 115 to 120. But the problem for them is that Mr. Owaisi, who possibly is leading only in 3 seats, but he's ensuring that the BJP, and that too in a minority-dominated area, he has split the vote in a way. The reverse polarization has helped the BJP consolidate those 15 seats, and that is the most worrying sector, to say the least, at this point of time for the Mahagathbandhan.
Right, stay with me, Ankit. Now, this is something which will give the NDA a lot more heart because till now they were a little jittery, especially after smarting off what had happened in 2015 with the NDA, so near yet so far. About 40% of the votes have been counted right now. There is a clear growth in terms of counting of votes. What we are looking at is about 1 crore 69 lakhs vote have been counted. That's pretty much closing in on the 50% mark. So the trends which are now coming in seemingly firming up because nearly 50% of votes are counted. The last count which we got a confirmation by the EC was that till 4 p.m. 40% of the vote was counted. And Javed, before I let you go, one quick question there. It would give the NDA a lot of heart because right now, if these are the numbers with the NDA stacking up at 128, Mahagathbandhan at 105, 40% of the votes counted, this could pretty much firm up.
Yes, this could firm up or remain the same. The numbers may change slightly, but I'd be very surprised if the overall result now changes. As we speak, I believe that the NDA is in pole position to form the next government, but one significant change will happen. Even if Nitish Kumar continues to be Chief Minister, the terms of this alliance will change. It will henceforth be the BJP which will be in the driver's seat. They will be the ones dictating terms of this alliance. So for Nitish Kumar now, he may have lived to fight another day, but very tough days ahead.
Do you reckon, because there's already murmurs, you just had of course, on our channel, a lot of spokespersons from the BJP are coming and saying, and it's something even Mr. JP Nadda had made clear, that they're going to put their weight behind Nitish Kumar, even though they come across as the single largest party. But right now, that's what's seemingly the trend, Javed. Would you reckon that there could be a change of thought? Or do you think the BJP is going to put all its eggs in Nitish's basket this time around?
No. The BJP, because it has made a public commitment, not once, but repeatedly, therefore they will like to honor it. There is a political reason for it also. They need that social combination. This is not the last election. The BJP in 2015 fought alone and realized that on its own, it doesn't have the kind of social heft to be able to form a government on its own in Bihar. So they need Nitish Kumar just as Nitish Kumar needs the BJP.
Right.
Nitish Kumar needs the BJP's organizational heft, and the BJP needs the support of the social forces that Nitish Kumar represents.
Well, this does seem to be a shocker, pretty much going against the grain of most exit polls, what they suggested. Appreciate you joining us, Javed. So this is what it looks like, viewers, right now. The NDA stands at 129, the Mahagathbandhan at 104, the others stand at 10. It does seem that these numbers are now firming up in terms of the EC has said 40% of votes have been counted, which we're talking about out of 4 crore voters, 1.69 crore voters' votes have been counted for.